Just trying to open up in the upper register, trying to get a louder sound, resonant sound, and also articulation in the upper register is pretty crappy for me.
Okay. Well, I think we can fix the first thing, the articulation off the bat. Do you happen to have your trumpet there?
Yeah.
Great. Play me, let me see. So, like, just on a G, everyone else can experiment with this too. We got to pick, like, our own articulation for our oral cavity. So if you could play a G, let's see if the sound will work. Just on a G, normal G. Da, 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 da. Okay, so you're like on the soft palate just behind the teeth here. Da, da, da,
Yeah.
da, da. Right? Try it again for me. Go. Okay, now let's select, because you're a downstream, okay, 100% use majority top lip. So why don't we try the rice spitting Bobby Shew? So what I want you to do, and everyone can try this too, if you buzz between your lips, right, you're going to spit like a grain of rice. There's no trumpet, and it's like I'm spitting a grain of rice. You're going... See how it's like in between the lips here? Let me get a bit closer. It's like spitting a grace. So it should go from this
Okay.
to... You should back off on the air and it'll naturally want to project and you'll have a cleaner start to the note skip. So try that for me. Just on a G.
Yeah. You see that?
Is that better?
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Da, da, da. So now we're going to do 4 staccatos. We're going to go G major scale up to an A and then hold the A like this. I'll demonstrate. And then you hold on it. And it should be like you can back off and you're aiming for the center of the note and you want it short and percussive, and that's going to clean the articulation up. All right, good. Now, as I see you ascending, Skip, your jaw's going out.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So that's making me think you're a type 2 in my vertical alignment system. So easiest way to diagnose is play me a G major scale breath attack slurred going just like that for me. Yeah, so you're going up to the right for the high notes. So we're going to do the opposite, G to low G. And I believe that you're going to go down to the left. So try that angle. So just try a G major scale G, second line down low G. Breath attack slurred. Now it's confusing me because you went up for the low notes. So try this. Try that for me, Skip. All right. So you're going down to the right now. So there's a confusing movement with your embouchure. So now where the bell goes down to the right as you go up to the note. A sixth, G to E. Yeah, so down to the right. So if you go down to the right, your air's going to go up to the left, which is going to be consistent. And then if you articulate with the front of the tongue, it's going to be cleaner. So try and play some stuff now that you couldn't do before, and see if you can play cleaner. Just test out what we did. So have the thought of, as you ascend, go down to the right slightly.
So as I descend, go down to the right, which is
No,
sort of,
as you go higher,
yeah.
let the bell drop to the right.
Oh, I see. Uh, I don't know what to play, but let's see.
Yeah, just play some scales, man. Mm-hmm. How's that feeling? Is that feeling any different to you?
A little bit. I mean, I've always played on the right. Just that's
Mm-hmm.
my natural chops position.
Mm-hmm.
I used to play way over here when I started as a kid, and then my
Yeah.
teacher corrected me. But I also had whatever lip surgery right here, and he actually cut my lower lip a little bit. So it's taken like 6 or 7 years to get my flexibility somewhat back from scar tissue.
Yeah.
Um,
And with that too, you'll notice that most trumpet players, and this is for everyone here, Mark, Laura, everyone, right? When a trumpet player usually will place here at their highest point. So if the tooth is like further in front, most people favor that so that it protrudes the lip into the rim of the mouthpiece to get into the acoustical sweet spot there.
all right.
So if you've got a high point on the right, that may do it, because remember, the air's going to go there. Like if I go, that's where my air is going, and then I want my mouthpiece and trumpet angle to be conducive to where the air is going.
So the ear has to be like more or less in the center of the mouthpiece, or the.
No, everybody is different.
Yeah. Okay.
Every single person is different. So that is what we're talking about with like the vertical alignment system and that. So as you're ascending on the trumpet, you're technically doing this. And the air's going higher and higher as the mouthpiece goes down to be more in tune and to free up the vibration of the top lip.
So when you just did that, I'm just curious, how much pressure are you putting on your lips? Because the Roy Stevens method, which I've sort of practiced, is with no pressure. Yeah, yeah.
Well, it's like up to double B flats.
Right.
So it's not about pressure, because the reason that we try and use pressure in trumpet
Yeah.
playing is because, number one, we don't have enough compression, or we're not sending the air in the right part of the mouthpiece. So our natural instinct is to pull. And remember that movement that I said to you for the upper register skip? What was it?
Pull down to the right.
Down to the
Lower right.
right. That's going to be way better than your jaw going because your jaw
Okay.
was moving forwards. Bring the trumpet to you. You don't go to the trumpet. You bring the trumpet to you. So as you go like that.
Okay.
So you're a type 1 downstream if you were inside my program or categorized.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Good. Does anybody have any questions here? Today I'm giving out free advice on your trumpet playing, nothing held back, for the next 49 minutes.
Anything with pedal tones? I mean, do you see that beneficial just for loosening up? Is that it, or
What tone, sorry?
pedal tones? Like
Pedal tones, it's conducive for downstream trumpet players.
okay.
So what it does is it relaxes the oral cavity, it gets rid of lactic acid, and it also really opens up the aperture. So if you're someone that plays open, large set aperture, which means when the mouthpiece is placed or the rim is like this, I'll get a rim here. If you're like like that, it's going to open you up further. Pedals are really good when you play a lot of high notes and your sound is thinning out, or you feel a lot of tension in the middle of the aperture. So the thing that we want to do is we don't want to do pedals like this. It's just a waste of time. You want to have the same approach, and it's all about the corners and getting the vibrating surface to go from this. So you're dropping the inner jaw and you're going from vibrating across the center to a more of an oval shape. So it looks like this. And what I'm doing, I go up. So I go up and to the left, and I still keep pressure on the bottom lip. And I'm directing the air lower and lower into the cup. And that's how I can play from pedals. Because then you can go. And I'm just going up the harmonic series and changing the direction of the air. And I don't have to go like this, which is loosening and tightening the aperture. All I'm doing is directing the air in different ways. And we learned that through Alexander technique, Bobby Shew, pivoting, air pivot, Donald Reinhardt system, and Maggio and Costello. So pedals are good and conducive if you're like a 3A or 3B embouchure type.
Okay.
Man, where's everyone's cameras? Where are people logging on from? I don't know. I know Dylan Vessel's in Los Angeles. Good to see you here, Dylan. There we go. Good morning.
You,
how are you?
How's it going, bro? I just
Good,
was
man.
on Instagram and saw your post and I was like, oh, dude, I'm shedding anyways. Might as well just go see what he's, what gospel he's spreading, dude.
What I'm blabbing, which is good, man. So how can I help people? Who's got some questions? Could be about mouthpieces. Can be about trumpet. Could be about practice.
I've got a question, Harrison.
Not about improvising. No. All right, Dylan, shoot.
Dude, I'm curious, since you were just talking about using less pressure, what are ways that you have developed the ability to use less pressure in your own playing?
That's a great question. So I wanted to span this myth of playing with 0 to no pressure is unrealistic and will get you a terrible sound. We have to have some sort of engagement in the embouchure. What I teach is consistent mouthpiece pressure from low C to double C, and I'll prove it on a song here. So most lead players, most generalized term, have a very bad sound in the lower register when they're playing something like this, and they're going. Sounds fine. There's no engagement here. Now, what happens is if I engage and I use equal pressure to or greater than about 2 to 5% of the energy going out. No pressure. Pressure. So I'm not blowing any harder or anything or thinning my lips. There's a certain amount of engagement that the lip has to do into the mouthpiece to be able to produce the most optimal sound. So when we talk about using pressure, like people use, most people, generalized term, use extreme amounts of mouthpiece pressure in the upper register and not enough in the lower register. So how do we battle that? The movement over the embouchure of the teeth. Number 2, engagement, non-tension in the corners. Arching the tongue at the back, ta-or, to not upset the airstream, and abdominal support. So if everyone here goes ch, 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 feel how your stomach naturally goes in. You go chew, chewing, ch, ch, ch. That's abdominal support. Because if I play from the oral cavity here, I'm squeezing. But if I use abdominal support and corners, I get from this more air to, you can see the compression. And I'm literally, it's coming from lower and the air is resonating from the chest up. So the way to battle mouthpiece pressure, like if an alien came from space and had no clue about human anatomy, was like, teach me about how to play the trumpet, it would be the corners and it would be abdominal support. Because if we put tension here on the vibrating surface, we get this sound. Instead of that's what we want. Is pushing from here. Does that make sense, or does that illuminate any more questions from anybody at all?
Yeah, that was a great explanation. I appreciate that. I have a follow-up question though, because you were talking about how sometimes you think trumpet players use too little pressure in the low register and too much pressure in the upper register.
Yes,
So when you say equal pressure for any register, are you saying that the pressure truly doesn't change, or are you saying that the lips are balancing that through the change of the registers, meaning we're adding padding to compensate for some added pressure? And so the end result is the same, or are you saying that you truly do not use any more additional pressure?
Depending on the player and the approach. If you use the atom ramper and you come forward, and as you ascend, you do this padding, you get this sound. It's fine, it's not how I play. And then if I thin my lip, it's brighter and more centered for what I want to do. But then I can't do that he does. So there's a different way to approach it. But when I'm talking about even pressure or greater to, a double C at quadruple F will use more pressure than a double C at mezzo piano, because the air is greater, the speed is greater, and the compression is greater. But generally speaking, if you do this and you do the pistol and you put this here on the trumpet, right? It's relatively the same amount of pressure because we're playing the same volume. Volume of air and compression for the upper register, two different things. So volume is in mezzo piano and fortissimo, and then a low C and double C are two different things, because they're two different concepts that we have to balance. There's like embouchure and air, and we need to make sure that they're in alignment. So what does that mean? Low F sharp soft is going to have the same engagement as G on the staff. If you relax and you come forwards, it means you're not sending the air in the right direction of the cup. And that's the issue. Any other questions from people? Where are people logging in from? Where are you, Skip? Where are you in the world?
From south of Boston.
Ah, fantastic. That's awesome over there.
Yeah. I had a question just on compression, because there's different compression compartments, whether it's your lower abdomen, diaphragm area, your throat, your inner mouth, and Lewis Downsdale, who talks about in his mouth sometimes for that extra oomph. I'm just trying to figure out how and when do you engage that, and what is it, and how does it feel, and how do you practice it, the compression. If that makes sense.
It's a great question. So, number one, Louis Daswell was an upstream trumpet player, which means that he plays with incredibly low mouthpiece placement, has natural compression in his system. He's recently shifted, if you haven't noticed, to a downstream, meaning more upper lip. And there's a change in his sound and his period that he's going through. But compression, the easiest way to work on that, there's two exercises to do that. I've spaced from the question. I hope I'm going to answer it. What does compression feel like? Two exercises. If you pull your lead pipe out, and we're going to do what's called block buzzing. So if you hold your finger over the end and you blow to meet the resistance like this, and then you keep the tension here. It's like the CTS, okay? We're getting that resistance of the tongue going, we're blowing gently and we release the finger. If the embouchure shifts like this, we've got a reactive embouchure and we're not able to sustain it, meaning that the compression is coming from our lips, our aperture. We don't want the compression to come from here. We want it to be as low as physically possible, because if we do the compression with this, what happens? Let's open it up to the peanut gallery. What happens if I try and develop compression with the face here? What do we think, Mr. Young?
Well, I would say you'd lose endurance.
Boom, that's it. So think of it like this. If you're always creating compression here, your endurance is going to go down. If you have low endurance, that's because this is what you're doing. So if you can figure out other ways to create compression, then it's easy and efficient. I'm going to grab a hot water bottle from the next room, and I'm going to show you one of the best exercises you'll ever see in terms of improving compression and feeling it. I can't even believe I'm giving this away for free. All right, so what we're doing is, this is a hot water bottle. The trumpet, this free buzzing has about 1 to 2% resistance. Mouthpiece buzzing has about 5. Has about 10 to 15%. This has 100% resistance. So mentally, trumpet playing is 90% above values. We're going to go do to like a high C, and then we're going to breathe and block our tongue and our throat, and then we're going to try and blow the bag. We're going to go C to double C. And what we do, I take no responsibility if you hurt yourself, okay? Legally binding. When you release the air, you want to, like, when you stop blowing, pull it off your face so you don't hurt yourself. So basically, you fill the air bag up, which is like what a 2.5 or whatever. Take a breath again through the nose, keep the compression, and then you're going to breathe, and you're going to feel it from the lower abdominal area, and you're going to go high C, double C, and you're pushing into the bag to meet the resistance.
Okay,
and then you pull it off. So you're playing high C, double C, and pull it off. And you're meeting the resistance, and you should feel engagement of the lower abdomen in the vessel, the belly button coming back, and the chest coming down. And then you should feel the tongue go up, pushing the air forward in the oral cavity. 1, 2, and 3 of the air compression homogeneous zones. And then you're pushing into it and you pull off, a kiss off, so that the air doesn't go back down. You do that 3 times. And you're literally holding it like that, and then you pull off. That's 2. Then you do another. Like that. Then when you come to play the trumpet, it's like way easy. You're using so much compression, all the notes feel so easy and they don't lock in. And you do that like about the last 10 or 15 minutes of the practice. What it's doing is strengthening the air, the throat, the tongue, and the abdominal support. This is what I've done for it's part of my like 17-week upper register program that I have. It's like insane because this it's just the natural way. It costs you $2 off Amazon. Hot water bottle. It's like big in England and Australia. It's like I see none in the shops. In America here in Pasadena, there's like none. So that's a really good thing to be able to learn how to feel compression and how to do it. So where should you feel compression? The abdominal support going up, up. If you feel it go down, you fight a lot on a gig, you feel like you have to go to the toilet, the energy is going down, and that's one way to get a hernia.
Done that.
So remember, engage the lower abdominal region, and then let the chest drop. Now, you're on my email list, probably most of you. My webinar talks about the gravity breath method, and that's where you pretty much have the chest drop against the chest, and then you lift, you squeeze the top two abdominal parts, the two parts of the six pack, and then you start pushing from the chest, and that's from double G, high G to double C. That's the way to get up that last fifth. So you're not doing it from here, you're doing it lower. That's how Wayne does it. If anyone watches Wayne Bergeron, he bears down. Even though he's a type 2, where he goes up. He bears down and goes up. Any other questions? Does that make sense, Skip?
Yeah. No, thank you.
Thank you. It's good questions. Any other questions?
So Harrison, it's Cy Young here. I'm out of Canada, North.
Hi, great to meet
British
you.
Columbia.
Great to talk with you.
I played for about 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Left the trumpet in the closet for about 40. And then last year, so it's been about a year, I've been back playing. Took me 6 months before I even felt I could sit down with a band. And for the last 6 months, I've been playing with a local community band. Mm-hmm. For the most part, because of a good grounding in my early days, most of my functions of playing, whether it be the embouchure, whether it be breathing, were grounded properly, and I've been able to recover it quickly. My big challenge has been I went through RSV, respiratory problem here around Christmas. And since then, although I've recovered a lot of it, I'm having a real problem actually with my embouchure and the compression you talk about, building up that, but also maintaining my embouchure where it needs to be. Because one of the big challenges I had was the changes in my jaw, my mouth, my teeth, as I got older. So I'm 70 plus now. Mm-hmm. And also my teeth have widened. So I'm finding myself actually, rather than being straight on like this, I'm actually much more on playing it off to on the lower part off to the left, and on the upper part off to the right on the lip to get comfort in my embouchure for my full range. And I guess my question is this type of technique one that I should be looking at to realign that, or to bring it back? So I've never played directly on center, but it's hard to say how to bring. So when I have my mouthpiece, I'm sliding it over like this, so that my upper lip stays there, and I don't play. I play quite low on the upper lip, but on my lower lip, I tend to slide over to play. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir. So exactly what you're doing. I mean, I've got, I'm not gonna lie, I got my whole program going. You don't have to join or anything, but I have someone with Bell's palsy and they've made like a full recovery with that. So the way that we do it is we've got to meet the airstream. So why don't we fix this problem for you right now? So the reason that people change, the older we get, the teeth change, the muscular structure changes, all you're talking about, the thinning of the lips, all that. So the way that we do it, do you happen to have a pencil around you?
Close enough. Yeah, Ben.
Yeah, we're gonna put it in our mouth, so we don't want like something with
Oh.
like a thing at the end.
Not really. No, just a pen.
All right, put it between your teeth here, and engage. Go sim like this, sim, and then we're gonna blow sim. See how you rolled your lips in instantly? You went like that.
Yeah.
You just took all your vibrating surfaces, said nah. It's like getting a saxophone player and being like, I'm gonna play the reed, and you put your thumb over the reed. Don't do that. So sim. Yep. Yeah, you're just closing your lips around it, like this sim. Gentle. This is a 10. This is 100% engagement. I don't want that. This is none. I want a 2. 20%. Blow. That pen is your airstream. So now do this. Great. Now hold that once you've done it. That's your embouchure. Try it again for me. Try with a pencil like this. So we're going like this. Yeah. So I'm not going to lie to you. It's extremely airy and not centered.
Yeah.
So let's put in the trumpet and fix that. You got your trumpet?
Yep.
Yeah. Play me a G for me, please, and thank you. So I see your corners naturally pulling down slightly, which means the mouthpiece is too high and the jaw is too closed. I can hear it in the certain timbre. We're missing the low harmonics. So we're going to fix that. So what I want you to do, we're going to play, this is my favorite game. We play a G and we're going to lift the mouthpiece and slightly move it down each time. So it's like this. Have a listen. I'm going to go. Bad. Number 3 was where I vertically needed to be. So try that. Try high, and then slowly move the mouthpiece down, and I'm going to tell you when it's in a great spot. There it is there. Play it again. See? There's the mids and the lows in the sound. So your mouthpiece was too high. Why is that a big issue? For downstreams like us, the top lip is vibrating. I wonder if I can do this. I can't really do it every now and again, but... just the top lip is making the sound. It sounds horrible because the bottom lip isn't there to support it, but the top lip is vibrating. So play that 4th mouthpiece placement for me. Very nice. Now, the next thing is the jaw is too closed. So we're going to drop the jaw. And then we're going to close the jaw as we crescendo. Should sound like this. And there's a center. And you're going to notice that your jaw's larger, and then your air column will be larger. Both hands properly on the trumpet. Yep. Yes, sir. There it is. Do it again. And then hold the note and play it a couple times after you get it. Does that sound different to you? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Does that sound different to the peanut gallery here? Skip, Dylan, Laura, does that make sense why we did that?
Yeah, nice big
Yes.
beautiful sound.
Yeah. So what we're doing is we are optimizing your embouchure for you and your airstream that changes over time. That's why there's guys in town in Los Angeles here that are literally coming to me because they're like, everything worked for 20 years and now I can't play. And my career's over, I need to adjust this. And we do a couple optimizations like that and they're back on track. So does that make sense to you?
Yeah, and it does. And what's interesting, the position is not unfamiliar to me, the placement, and typically it's usually about 20 minutes to half an hour into my practice or into a rehearsal when I tend to naturally drop in that simply because of endurance.
So start there, and because you're downstream, put 50 to 60% on the bottom lip of pressure,
Okay.
and your top lip won't swell.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Honestly, great. Now, for anyone else that's popped in here, if anyone's interested in working with me, there's no push to do so. But if you like what you're seeing, there's a link to an application to study with me. No push to do that. Everyone that's here, I'm going to send you a recording of this because this is some really life-changing stuff. I'll email it out after this. And then you can also, I'll email out some lessons that people, I'll actually just give it here. I'll give you all free lessons that you can do that go into depth on these concepts. So we got a question here. I'm definitely not going to say that name. I have the Poland name. How do I say that? Mr. Zoom. How do I say your name?
Hello, my name is Norbert.
Norbert, okay. Great to meet you, Norbert. How are you?
Greetings from my practice room.
Yeah, good, man. It looks
Nice
great.
to hear you finally.
Yeah.
What I can say, I saw many of your videos, especially about the downstream and upstream. So you said that, like you, my main lip is upper lip, but when I'm buzzing, my air is going like this. And what I should say now, and how to, what do you think about this? And
So, what do you remember from my videos? This will tell me how much you've listened. What is the main characteristic that dictates an upstream or downstream player?
the main lip.
The what? The main lip? What do you mean?
That upper lips, it's like for many people that the airstream goes up, because if your upper lip produces the sound, it should be the airstream should go down.
No. Unfortunately.
Okay, so
It's okay. No, this is good. Does
Yeah.
anybody else know the main reason to categorize someone as an upstream or a downstream trumpet player? What is it, Dylan?
Yeah, it's what direction they move when ascending or descending.
No.
What direction their track moves.
No.
No?
No, because you got guys like Wayne who can go up to ascend, and Summer Camargo, who recently did an embouchure change, if anyone noticed that. They can go up, and the downstream they use majority. So this is the reason, right? Downstream trumpet players have 50% or more upper lip. Upstream players have 50% or more lower lip. Downstream, upstream. Downstream, upstream. Does that make sense?
Yes, of course. For me, it's
Now,
clear, but
your question, sir, I will answer like this. So, does everyone know Chris Body?
Yes.
of course.
Yeah. Chris Body plays like this. Is he upstream or downstream?
Up.
Nope.
But his lips, like the mouthpiece, is on the like the upper
That's
lip.
upstream.
It's more upper lip though.
Sorry, but the upper lip is the main one.
Yeah. So his air direction is going right there.
Mm-hmm.
So he's downstream. So if your air is going up, but you're using majority top lip, you're
Mm-hmm.
upstream. Let's do the opposite analogy. If I play like this, am I upstream or downstream?
The main lip is lower, so
So it's upstream.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
even though my angle is down because my air is going to the top of the cup.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of got off topic here, but what was your question?
That for me, it was not sure that that the I thought that when people have a main upper lip, that the stream should goes down.
Yeah,
in
when
the
you use
mouthpiece.
majority, yeah. But the problems with downstream, and this is the categorization, we have to take
Because
more
it's quite
consideration.
opposite for me, and I was not sure how to
You got your trumpet,
what's
man?
okay. Yes, of course.
Play for me. Just one note. Is that a
Thanks.
lotus? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Can you just play a G and move me closer to your face? Just a G.
Sorry.
No, it's okay, man. Ah, look at that.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay, I will try.
Yeah. So you got, yeah. So you're using, and show me the other side of your face now. Because we've got to make sure we're symmetrical. Ah, okay. Yeah. So on that side, you're like downstream. So you're a downstream categorization 3B, and you go down to the left. As you ascended into the higher note, you went ah. So you're downstream type 1.
Yeah. I don't know with the types, but what you said, that's it's a little bit on this side of my lip,
Yeah,
as you
yeah.
saw.
And then when you ascend, you're going. I can't do it.
Not so much, but
A little bit small,
mhm.
but then the air's going up.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're a downstream type 1. If you look at the Donald Reinhardt book, it'll be a 3B.
3B. Okay. I should check it. I heard about this book.
It's good.
Okay.
It's like a 500. You read the whole book and then you get super confused.
Are they ready? Actually, I see.
Ready?
Hey Harrison, I'm
Okay.
curious.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, my friend.
Just a quick
Yes.
follow-up question about your mouthpiece and downstream upstream concept. What how do you figure it out for somebody who's like truly 50-50?
Yeah, that's a great question. So then we take in the movement.
That's when the movement becomes the next
That's
like
when
point.
the movement, yeah, because as they ascend or descend, you can do that. And then like, no one's really like 100% 50-50 in the middle, because then that would be like, if I use this brush, if I do like that brush in the middle and then I place it like this. So I'm like getting that. They're usually a 3B downstream. Like mouthpiece, like
Yeah.
like upstream players. So what I would do is I would look at the overbite, underbite, and then I would look at if they go up or down, and then that would determine whether they're upstream or downstream.
Right,
There's
right.
like many different factors that go into classifying someone. And I'm not like a Donald Reinhardt expert. I do my own stuff. But there are like super categorizations that people can get into, and yeah, then for some reason they all do the same practice routine.
That's true.
Anyway,
Is
so we'll do
is
some different
what would
stuff.
you say Ryan Kaiser's embouchure type is? Is he upstream or downstream?
Let me get a photo.
Oh, thank you.
He's kind of unique.
I haven't actually looked real close at his embouchure.
His embouchure is pretty 50-50, but in a lot of clips of his playing, he's kind of almost doing a less extreme version of the Chris Bodie thing you were just saying, where like it appears down upstream, but it's not actually. I'm not sure. I just thought I was just curious what you might think about it, because he totally does the point up thing, but his embouchure doesn't look like it's an upstream setting.
That is downstream.
Downstream, but with a unique horn angle up a little, like
Yeah, I
similar to
think he
Chris
still
Bodie.
goes forward. I have to see closer videos, but like Roger Ingram is downstream.
Yeah. That's what I thought. Okay, appreciate it. I was just curious. That's just nerdy trumpet shit.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Harrison.
Yes.
Hi, Harrison. How are
Hello.
you?
Good,
you
man.
guys?
How are you?
Good, man. I'm calling from Los Angeles, California.
Hey, same. We're in LA.
I've been in San Fernando Valley.
Oh, great, in the valley. I'm in Pasadena.
Oh, cool. Hey, well, listen. So ever since I started playing, I've always had an issue with endurance, and I feel like because I play regional Mexican, I have to play loud, and so I always feel like my lips tend to feel weak on this side on the corners, and like about a year ago I got braces, so I had to change my embouchure again, and I went to a bigger diameter, but like about 6 months ago I took them off, but now I have bone loss and I lost my front tooth. But I'm still playing, but I don't focus on my missing tooth. I just focus on my sound. But I wanna know if your system can help me out with the corners, because it's always been a problem.
Yeah. So pencil exercise where you put it between your teeth and you go,
Okay.
that'll do it. Block buzzing where you have your mouthpiece here and you're going, and you hold it for 30 seconds is going to build the strength up in the corners. Then because the air's going there, you've lost one of your 4 points of contact.
Okay.
Going like that. I did a
Yeah.
video like the other day on YouTube on it. And you need to
Okay.
have 4 points of contact. So what you need to do is probably go to the normal mouthpiece you had before, and then work exactly on what I work with Mr. Young here with moving the mouthpiece down and trying to find where the airstream is, because the airstream has changed because your teeth is changed and
Yeah.
you've lost the tooth.
Yeah.
So what I would do is, yeah, try and go back to what you originally had and then try and find where the airstream is going through what I shared earlier in this call. But like really making sure you've got that mouthpiece placement down. Because what happens is you're probably moving up higher because you've got boneless or whatever, you don't have that. You're trying to find the padding and then you've manipulated the vibrating surface.
Okay. Alrighty. So I can so you can work some we could work something out with your course, or
Yeah, if you want, you can like book a call on that link there for anyone. I'll put the link in again. That
okay.
people can do it. And there's also like a bunch of lessons. You can register for these too. I'll put free lessons up here. And
And for
everyone can
the
sign up to that. They're like
oh,
pre-recorded. Check that
yeah.
out. And then what you're gonna do there is you're able to like, I would look at the embouchure placement SOP, and I would look at the efficient trumpet playing lesson in there. There's also one on breathing. So work on your airstream and compression and the points of contact. That will alleviate the tension of the corners, because you're trying to create compression here and move into a place where you can get the air. So if we can get the trumpet to meet your airstream, it'll make a whole lot more sense.
Okay, yeah. So for the pencil exercise, I just put it between my lips.
Teeth, like
Oh,
this.
between. Okay.
You do it between your teeth like this. Push the jaw out to lift it up to your nose, the corners. And you keep it engaged and you go. And you do it for about 30 seconds to a minute, rest, and do it about 3 times. Yeah, just like that. You should feel a burn here and do it at the end of the day after your practice session, not before a gig.
Okay.
Don't do it on the way to a gig. Found that out the hard way.
Okay.
Do it at the end, yeah.
Okay. Alrighty.
Great.
Thank you.
Any other questions from anyone else at all? iPad, Chris, Mark, Sup Player. Dylan, yes, sir.
I
You've
just had a
raised your
question
hand.
on.
So polite. We'll go Dylan and then Skip.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a weird one. I actually like just saw this thing yesterday that I had never thought about this, but I'd be curious what you thought. Obviously, I like, yeah, I know you're playing pretty well. Me and Harrison know each other in real
We
life,
do.
just so guys all know. So
What do you mean? This is real life, Dylan.
yeah, this is real life. But no, I know he's playing really well, and I know how great of a player he is and stuff. So I always like picking his brain about random stuff.
Ah.
But so I saw this cat saying, so he was doing this. He was, which is going to sound bad because I can't do. I just learned it yesterday, and I don't even know if it's useful. But he was playing and plugging one of his nostrils and trying to get air to come out of his nose while he was playing, and he was saying that he's trying to open his soft palate. I can't really do it. As soon as I open my soft palate, the vibration stops. Is that something you have thought about, think about at all? Is your soft palate open or closed when you play? Is that even I've never heard about it. So I was like I was digging into it, and I was like, I don't know if this is even remotely useful at all, but I just was
It
curious.
is. Yeah, it is. So the soft palate is at the back. This is just BS. That's the funniest thing I've ever seen. Think of it like this, all right? Alexander Technique teaches us this. Monet has its own concept around it. The soft palate is controlled by the head. So if I play like this, the soft palate rotates back and closes. If I lower it back and my throat is unsupported here, you can do a laryngeal blowout, which is where you blow the neck out and it expands
Yeah.
quite a lot. Right? If I move my head down, I'm a lot more open and relaxed. So the soft palate is based on the head positioning. That is going to open the airway up from the thing at the back. I can't think of the name right now, that flaps at the back to close it. Like people have it snoring and they have laser surgery to get it off.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of it. So experiment with head position like you're talking to someone. So feel like someone's pulled a string, right? And then you're like this. Often I practice against the light switch and I'm sitting on the chair and I'm looking. So I'm having a conversation, talk, yabba, yabba, yabba. And then I bring the trumpet to me at the most natural position. The worst thing to do as a trumpet player that you can ever do is talk to someone and then get ready for trumpet. Like that, or like this. So the soft palate should be open, and you can tell when someone breathes. If they breathe like this, the tongue's too high and the palate is closed. If they're breathing like this, they're opening way too much, and when they come to do it, the throat's not going to be set for the right amount. So the Greg Spence teaches this too. You can put like the knuckle.
Yeah.
I use like a hose to do it. I use like a 3/4 inch hose or something to be able to do that. So the soft palate is dictated by posture. In those lessons that I put in there, there's a trauma-free playing posture. I talk for about 25 minutes and go through a whole PDF on how to play with trauma-free posture based on the hips and everything. Alexander Technique teaches us that rolling in our clavicle is better than rolling it out and playing up like this. So posture has a lot to do in how we sound, because it's our resonant echo chamber.
Sweet. I was
Yeah.
just curious if you had ever heard of such a thing with the nasal cavity thing, dude. I had never heard of it.
That seems weird. All
Yeah,
it's
like
doing is it's opening the back of my throat up way too much, and
I know
that's
I'm losing air pressure.
No, thank you.
Yeah, Harris.
Any more questions? Oh yeah, Skip. I did say
No,
you were
I had two, but you know, there's a lot of stuff out there on the internet, but you know, like someone like Jerome Kelly, you know, he's with his tongue position, with his like really, you know, like pressed against the lower teeth, you know, especially as you go higher. Is that something that's wrong? Is it a technique that only certain players can use, or and the tonguing is different when you do that?
Right.
I'm just
I
trying
know
to
this
figure.
on record, so I'll do a very diplomatic answer. I do a very the Jerome Callet spit method is derived from French horn playing. French horn is going to work for downstream trumpet players and is going to cause like high compression in the tip of the tongue. Is usually very hard to get a very large, wide sound. So the Jerome method is great and works for about roughly 5% of the people that I've actually spoken to, because the vertical alignment system isn't one way of playing the trumpet. It's like multiple facets. And I teach multiple different methods. But that methodology is mainly for French horn players with downstream V-shaped mouthpieces. So there's a lot of categories that have to be ticked for it to work for them. Jerome himself, I don't know, but the guys in town that I work with and really look up to said that his sound was very unimpressive in person from his method. So that method is going to work from here forwards. And then if you want like a fuller, more resonant sound, other things have to be in categorization to work. I'm not saying that his methodology is bad or whatever. It works for fewer people, exactly like, do you know what the K anchor tongue method is?
No.
Okay. K anchor tongue method, just to do it, rather than tonguing ta 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 ta, or like I showed you today, you anchor this here and you tongue ta 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 with the tongue extremely high. You have to have a soft, low palate. It works for Jens Lenderman, and it works for about 2 to 3% of people based on my teachings and who I've met. So that is great. It doesn't work for me. I can't do it at all. It sounds horrific. Now, different ways to play. There's 14 different articulations. There's upstream and downstream type 1 and type 2, and then 12 different subcategories, but I only go 2 levels deep because that's all that makes sense. The Jerome Callet method and the TCE, tongue controlled aperture and embouchure, don't really work. They don't really work in high pressure situations, and when you really put air through the horn, like we have to at certain times, they kind of crumble. So yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, I would really look into like the Adams. Adams stuff is great. Clark Gordon stuff is good. Maggio, depending if you're a downstream. And then yeah, it's interesting because there was like in the 80s and the 70s and the 60s and even before that, the I might be getting this mixed up, but like H.L. Clark wanted really low mouthpiece placement, and then Clark Gordon wanted really high mouthpiece placement. And it was just like total disconsideration for the trumpet player, what gear they were playing, and their teeth and embouchure, and that messed up quite a lot of people. And there's still quite a lot of people on YouTube doing that at the moment, saying, don't play in the pink. And there's like a famous trumpet player being like, don't play in the pink. It's like, dude, that guy's an upstream. You just ruined his whole career.
Are you playing on a GM mouthpiece?
Yes, sir.
Well, I was just curious. It doesn't matter, but is it shallow? What's the number?
So I got given this to me by someone that I'm playing at the Greek Theatre with next week to try out. This is a 62Z double star. It's very small. I usually play a Wayne Berger on studio mouthpiece.
Okay. Yeah.
Mouthpiece doesn't. I mean, there's a new video coming out next week. It's like mouthpiece really doesn't do much for it. If our aperture's not set right, it doesn't matter what mouthpiece we play or
Right.
in.
Okay.
But pick a mouthpiece that's smart for what you want to do. Like if you want to be a lead player, don't play a 1.5 C, and if you want to be in an orchestra, don't play a jet tone mouthpiece. You know, have some sort of consider.
Hey, Harrison.
Yes, sir.
I would like to schedule a private lesson with you. Can I get your phone number or so I can contact you or your email?
Yeah. So I don't do private lessons. I only do my program.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Okay.
So you'll
Okay.
have to schedule something via the link in the chat or on the lessons there, and then we can talk and see if I can help you. Because I don't really know if I can. I do free consultations for people. I see what their problems are, and if we don't work together, I point you in the right direction because I know everyone. It's a very small one.
Oh, okay.
I put you in with other people that can help you more.
Okay, cool.
Good.
Alrighty.
Great.
Thanks.
My pleasure. Is there any other questions? We're going over time here, but does anyone have any other questions about anything?
Harrison, can you hear me?
Yes, Mr. iPad.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. First time I've ever done this, literally. So I am in my practice room / my bedroom. But the question I have is, I have been introduced to the Reinhardt method through Chris LaBarber.
Yeah, he's fantastic teacher.
Yeah.
He's the only guy I recommend on.
So it was really good. I'll leave out the other details, however, but respectfully, I've known the guy for years and known him when he was top of his game, but we'll leave that aside. Anyway, I have improved with the again with the M, the introduction to the embouchure with the M, start with the M, etc., and all that. And now, like, I've kind of feel like I've hit a limit. I do play lead on Latin bands, big bands, etc. Not to your level. I would love to have in my back pocket a high G to end the gig. However, that's not right now. I guess my question is, your introduction to the sim. I guess you say sim. Did I get that correctly?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's not too far away from the mum or the M, prep of the embouchure.
Do this test. I don't have your video on here, but everyone do this, okay? Sim. Where's the tension? Sim.
Right.
Then you do it with a British accent or American. You go mom.
Mum.
Tension's here. Then you say The problem is sim. No roll in. M. I roll in. So the setup, it's like a golf swing, man. They're all going to give you different sounds.
But as far as I guess you obviously are leaning towards the sim because you feel it sets up the embouchure better than the other two that we mentioned.
Well, what I give out on the internet is 1 or 2% of what I know. So the sim is the easiest, most straightforward setup. You've got these setups. And they give different sounds. You've got the pucker. Usually have to play deeper mouthpieces. Right? Then you've got the hugging the bottom lip, thinning the lip, sim.
Yep. Sim.
And these are my embouchure. That is going to be brighter and it'll let you to play smaller lips. Then you've got the Maynard Ferguson protocol, which is where you go like that. Very bright, focused sound, and you usually use a conical V shape. Then you've got the sims. You usually get more of like a wider sound, easier articulation for my embouchure and my type. So you've got many different ways to be able to do that. And then you've got like other people's way of forming the embouchure. You got like pencil. Then you've got open. They give you different sound characteristics and you can use them in different things like orchestral things. So you have to pick a setup or a golf swing and a golf club for what you're trying to do.
Interesting. I just find that it's almost like when you get introduced to new things, obviously, and it's not even that. I didn't think that was much of a difference from the M to the sim, and now I feel like I'm having this little like dip, and then now I'm trying to climb out of it.
So what's your name, by the way? Sorry.
All right, nice. It's a pleasure meeting you, by the way. My name is Willie. I live in Florida. I'm here in Florida.
What was it?
Willie. I'm sorry, Willie.
Willie Harrison, man. Lovely to be able to talk with you. So what did Chris type you as? Downstream, like 3B, 3A?
I would now, mind you,
the screen.
I lost you. You there?
No, Willie, I'm still here, buddy.
Okay, you just went black on me on this side.
No, there was another guy. Yep.
Yeah, he definitely said I was a downstream, no doubt about that. I did get a positive, I guess you could say, overall embouchure assessment. That's the correct way of. In other words, I was correctable, I guess, before the introduction to the Reinhardt kind of method a little bit. Does that make sense? What I'm saying? Maybe.
Does not make sense. I don't know what you're talking about. So were you a 3A, 3B? Like, play something for me now.
Funny, I have it written down, and since I haven't seen him in over a year, probably more than that, I wish I had that information for you. I think he had me at probably 2. Probably not. Is 2 like not as extreme? Does that make sense?
2 is like very unusual. I haven't seen many 2s at all. Play a little bit. You got the Ken Titmus mouthpiece, and you got, is that a best brass?
Oh yeah, how do you, Ken? You know Ken Timmon, huh?
I own a lot of shiny objects.
We played lead down here, yeah, big band, but he moved up to I guess up north somewhere.
Michigan.
Michigan, correct? Yeah, yeah. I guess you like the cold. So basically, my mindset again is what you're preparing, Sim. Then I'm cold, obviously, but I find when I play higher, I tend to go to the side, like how you described it earlier with someone else, like fighting that to stay where I want to be when I play high.
You don't need to. Who tells you need to stay in the center?
Well, then I misunderstood.
Nobody.
Then I must have misunderstood your one of your little snippet videos when you were kind of emphasizing that if it tends to gravitate to kind of keep it to, don't make it move so much, because then I impede my air, and things like that.
So what I'm seeing here is as you talk, like your jaw moves to the left. You got a low point on the bot, like I think it's the right.
It is
go down to the right.
Yes.
And then from when you were playing, there's a lot of head movement, which is closing the soft palate at the back. And then you start with a wide aperture and you're rolling in, which is going to obviously close the aperture up. You're going to have to close the aperture the higher you get. And then you're going like this, which is going to close the throat. And then the mouthpiece is too high placed. You're losing lower overtones.
Oh, thanks. That's a lot there to be.
Hey, this is my job. Like, it's literally my fault. Like, I have 100 students, and we're all working on things like that, man. And they're all improving. Like, I had Markus joined from. He lives literally near where this trumpet is, Chagall. He joined the program like a month ago, and he had this really weird setup that he was getting told by a very famous classical trumpet player in Vienna. And we worked on a couple of things, and like he just played his high G, his first high G. He could barely play like a high C. He played like this enormous high G. I got it on film. I got to edit it for a testimonial for my website. But he was smashing out high Gs like incredibly. I was like, and all we did was shape the bottom lip. He had to hug. So his exact steps, he had to hug his bottom lip a little bit more, drop the mouthpiece placement down, and play to the right. Because when he went, his air was going here and he was playing there. So he was already fighting his air trajectory for like the majority of the time.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, no worries, man. And look, if you're interested in like talking more, you can book via that link. We could talk about it. If you want to study with me, great. If you don't, I'll tell you the exact problems with the trumpet playing, and then you can do that. There's also the lessons. Have a look at the SOP. They're very similar in that one. It's basically similar to the Donald Reinhardt stuff, but it's not what I teach in my program. It's like free stuff, like a taster. It's like a mint at the end of the table. All right. We're going over time. Is there any questions before I depart for this morning?
Yeah, hello, Everton.
Hello.
Excuse my voice. I'm a little sick right now, so.
No, it's okay, man. We hope you get better soon.
Oh, thank you. So I'm sorry. I don't want to sound like I'm nagging or anything. I messaged you a couple days ago.
What platform?
Through Instagram. Yeah.
All right, let me pull up my Instagram because I have a social media guy that does that. where did you see the message? Request. So I'm not even joking. I get 10,000 messages a day.
Yeah, no, I get it completely.
So what was the message?
Oh, my concern was I've been wanting to join your classes for a minute, but the thing is I'm not 18 and I was turned down. I was wondering if there's any reason for that.
Yeah. So it's like mostly the programs like 21 and up, but we have like I have one 19-year-old in the program. She got a full scholarship for classical and jazz in CSUN and USC. She chose to go to classical at CSUN. But besides that, if you want to book a call, just have like someone over the both parents so that we can talk because it's weird. It's like if you're gonna join my program, it's a year-long commitment. It's weird if like you don't have like a parent there. That's basically why I do those, to be 100% transparent. I'm very transparent with everything. Does that make sense, Chris?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Great. So if you want to book like something else in the future, just make sure both your parents are there, both of them have watched the webinar, and they understand. There's that. Otherwise, I'm just some random on the internet, and you know.
Yeah, the thing was I actually did manage to book a call, but I got an email saying it was canceled.
Yeah, it was probably that. It was probably someone on my team that canceled it. But if you send an email to me, you got my email. I'm gonna send a recording out of this too, and then we can sort something out.
Okay.
Figure it out. It's all good, man. Any other questions from anyone like trumpet playing? Nope. Did you enjoy our time together? Was it fun? Was it enjoyable?
Yes.
Very
Good.
informative.
All right, I had a lot of time. Yeah, we had people from all across the world here, from Poland.
And have a nice day, Harrison.
See you later. See you, everyone. I'm gonna go.
Thank you.
See you all later. If you got any questions,
Thank you.
shoot me an email. All right, everyone. Bye bye.